Welcome back to this month's issue of Shutter Magazine. My topic this month is pricing. Now the challenge with pricing is that for years I've been saying that the two worst business groups on the planet are doctors and photographers. Now you can't help it. You're a right brain creative. You weren't meant to be an accountant. You weren't meant to pay attention to the details and the operational behind the scenes stuff. But you've got to have respect for it. And I brought out our change jar. I've been dumping money in this for years. Now the cool thing about a change jar is it's the loose change you bring home from every trip. At the end of the day, it's what might be in the pocket of your backpack or your briefcase after being at a convention for a few days, and I dump it in the jar. What I don't want to have to do is be in a position where I'm actually breaking the jar to get the money out to pay for more macaroni or ramen noodles for dinner. And that's what happens to so many of you because you don't pay attention to what your business costs are. You don't pay attention to your pricing. And one of the challenges is that you want to make this a viable career. You didn't get into photography because you wanted to be a philanthropist. So one of the things I talked about this month is it's not so much how much money you make, it's also how much money you keep. And I want you to pay attention to your pricing. There are two great videos that I can't remember if I mentioned them in the article or not. I know they're in there. But the two great videos are by none other than Sal Cincotta. And if you go to YouTube and just put in the search box Sal Cincotta pricing, you're going to come up with two different videos. One is 4 years old and the other is 2 years old. Both of them are great components on how to talk about pricing, how to think about your pricing, how to explain it to a client. Now, one of the other things you need to think about is discounting. Now, I know there are times when you want to do a sale and a discount is going to be important. But every time you do a discount, it's a little less money that goes in over here. So think about added value. Instead of just discounting your pricing and trying to get into a price war with your competition, or thinking that your competition is really Uncle Harry or those $350 shooting burner guys out there, think about the fact that you've got something else to offer. For example, years ago Cliff Mountner didn't want to reduce his prices, so he extended his coverage. If you're looking for other things with added value, think about adding an additional album. Think about other products that your lab or frame company might make. Think about things like giving an iPod with all their images on it. I mean, these days, an iPod is not particularly a big deal to be able to give to a wedding client who might have spent thousands of views on coverage, but it's another way that you can present their images. Think about your packaging. Think about the way your images are going to be presented to the client. Think about different kinds of albums, canvas prints. Canvas prints may be old to you, but for many of your clients, they don't know anything about a canvas print. And doing a big canvas print or collage of prints as part of their coverage becomes one more thing that gives you added value and helps to justify your pricing. And the last thing I wanted to talk about with your pricing is every year a lot of you think about raising your prices. Now, the key in pricing structure is to look at all of your prices. And instead of just randomly saying, okay, I've got to take everything up 10% if I'm going to make any money this year, you need to look at your mix. You need to look at what you sell the most of and what you sell the least of. And then try and find the balance there in terms of what products can justify a higher price and what products might need to come down, or maybe it's part of the package. As Sal talks about in the video from 4 years ago, package pricing is so important, and you need to essentially penalize or punish those customers who only buy a la carte. Put things together in attractive packages that offer a client incredible value, a lot of images, and absolutely prove the point that you were their best choice to hire to shoot their event, their wedding, their family portraiture, whatever kind of job it is. And that's it for this month, and I happen to love my Lumix FZ1000 because I've got control of it right here in my phone.